faster. Alright, back to the actual game. So, last we were here, I completed the first area. How do you flip pages? Oh, why? The game controls with W, A, S, and D. Why do I have to use arrow keys for the map? Disgusting. Okay, whatever. Can I click to flip the... Nope. Of course not. Alright, that's annoying. I also, you see like the two holes here? These correlate to these areas on the next floor. I think it would be nicer if the, like, actual map pages were always on the same side of the book, so that when you flipped from one to one, it would actually, like, relate one to one in space, you know? It's kind of annoying that you have to flip to the other side of the map. It's like one downside of using this form of mapping instead of writing your own on paper. But it's not that big of a deal. You can write notes. Like, I feel like it would make more sense if there was, like, a list of the notes here on the left side, but whatever. I couldn't do anything in this room, even though there is a door. I assume I have to access that from the second floor. So let's go. Let's go. What does the game look like if you're in darkness? Oh, you really can't see shit, huh? It lightens up after a while. I don't know if there's, like, stealth bonuses or whatnot to having darkness. I know that it's necessary for some puzzles later in the game. Like, I definitely remember there being a puzzle that involves light having to be turned on and off. From what I remember. Oh, this is literally the fucking area right at the start. So that solves that hidden mystery. There you go. I think I remember seeing a snail or something on the other side of the door. Or no, I had to fight a snail in here. That's right. Or something. I know what I'm doing. Probably not. What? I did cast the wrong spell. Probably not a good idea to waste mana on breaking a box open, if I had to guess. I need to be faster about identifying shit in walls. Because I'm not the fastest at doing that yet. Dude, I fucking hate how often the Minotaur misses. It doesn't even make sense to me. Like, wait, let me look at the fucking accuracy stats of these guys. Accuracy 1. Does this... Oh, okay. The dagger gives accuracy. That's why it's hitting so often. Alright, I need to give the fucking Minotaur more accuracy. Oh, there's not a way I can do that. I would have to increase his dex through athletics, I think. Yeah, that seems like... Axes give you strength. Wait, does unarmed combat give you dex? It does. Okay, good. Good. Because you really... When you don't use a weapon that gives you dexterity, you're not going to be hitting that often. Kind of annoying. This is actually a kind of tough call. I think I definitely want the 1 dex. And, wow, I guess, like, the only other thing I would be going for is, like, athletics, really? At this point? So maybe I just continue going in unarmed combat? Even though it's kind of boring. You! I don't have a sword yet, so... The only thing I would be benefiting out of this is the health. I also can't even get to 10, so it's not like it really matters. Like, from what I'm aware of, like, the levels don't actually have, like, a one-to-one correlation to increasing your character's ability. Like, I don't think that one level of swords actually does anything. I think the only things that do anything are the intervals that they show on the left. So with that in mind, I think I might just give you an extra strength and an extra protection. seems like the best I could do in the moment. Make you a little bit more well-balanced. I don't remember if the light spell wears off. I would imagine it wouldn't. But I would also understand if it did. The reason I would imagine it wouldn't is just because, like, you really can just wait for the mana to regenerate enough to cast light again. So, I don't know, I guess there are some interesting applications that could happen. If your light ran out in the middle of combat, it might actually affect how the combat plays out. And whether or not you want to waste the mana so you can see again, or just do the rest of the fight in darkness. So that's like the one case that I would understand towards making light timed and have to be recast, as opposed to being infinite. I would probably, if I was designing the game, lean more towards making light infinite, though. Just because it's kind of tedious to have to recast. It's also not that big of a deal, like you literally just, it's four button inputs that you have to do once every, I don't know, let's guess, like 10 minutes maybe. Not that big of a deal, but yeah, I would still, if I was designing it, lean more towards not having to recast, I think. Alright, so what lies before me is a door that needs a key. Was that right? Yeah, a door that needs a key. A door that I can presumably open with a lever. And a door that presumably opens with a chain next to it. Let's go to the chain one first, because I heard someone rummaging about behind it. I'm not sure if casting with the wand actually does more damage or anything. I think it would tell me if it did. But just because I'm a paranoid son of a gun, I'm gonna be... Oh shit, baby! Ah! Baby got moves, dude. Ah, fuck. This is a fight that I have to kind of do cornered. I didn't really have that much space to... Oh, two of them is bad, though. This is potentially a death. Many deaths, I would say. This is a game over, is what that... We call that in the industry. This is what's known as a game over. Holy shit. I'm pretty sure I have never played the game on hard, because I'm pretty sure I have never died in this game prior to, like, level 8 or something. Alright. It'll be easy. Like, that's the thing about this game. Like, you do lose progress, but it's not really lost progress most of the time. I don't know why That sounds stupid. Probably because the way I phrased it is stupid, but what I mean to say is, most of the time, the majority of time spent in a level is actually a result of... oh, that's nice. Dude, you know, new strategy. I think it makes sense. Here's my logic with this. My strategy is have all of the weapons in the center slots, because that's easier to click between. It's kind of awkward having to go the extra distance to get to the right hand of these guys. So that's what I'm going to do now. Strong weapons in the middle. But yeah, it's very easy to catch up with things you've already done. What am I doing? I did that with the wrong character. It's not that big of a deal, though. Like, you could also use the extra athletics and armors. It's fine. If I wanted to, I could reload, but really, like, you know, I'm not going to be upset about that guy having an extra strength and protection, right? So, yeah, most of the time spent, and why things take a while in this game, is because, you're... More so in Grimrock 1 than in Grimrock 2, you're looking at a lot of walls. And that is a definite improvement to Grimrock 2, is that in Grimrock 1, the majority of secrets really are just hidden buttons in the walls, which is not particularly engaging. In Grimrock 2, it's mostly just, like, really solid and interesting puzzles, and fucking, I loved my playthrough of Grimrock 2, and I'm so excited to get back to it. Because, like, there's so much shit I did not fully explore in Grimrock 2. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I also, like, don't really remember that much of it either, so... yeah, I'm excited. You're the only one not wearing pants, Bugman. How does that make you feel? Weapons don't recharge independent of one another, so... I don't know why I would dual wield, right? Okay, so wait. 1, 2, 3, like about exactly 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, yeah. There's no reason. So, another thing I'm going to talk about. This guy does have unarmed combat, but so far he's getting no benefit from unarmed combat. Yeah. Wait, I'm just reading. This skill represents your character's training in unarmed combat. By increasing the skill, your attack power, accuracy, and chance of performing special attacks increases. Maybe there is an actual benefit level to level. Like, maybe there is a gradient increase in skill outside of the major benefits that happen at the set intervals. I'm not sure. I could be proven wrong on that. I'm not saying that I know for a fact that that's how it works, but I just assumed. Anyways, we all know what assuming does. I forever I'll have like my middle school Spanish teacher in my mind laughing hysterically because he said, "You know what assuming does," and then I said part of it without saying the ass part, and he just fucking burst out laughing like, "Oh, you can't say that! You can't say that in school!" He was so fucking giddy with excitement. He is getting away with it. Anyways. I honestly completely forget what I was talking about before that popped into my head. So, yeah, that's the end of that topic, I guess. Oh, but trying to dodge. Failing to dodge. Oh yeah, no, I was going to explain why I think it makes sense for me to have a dagger in this guy's hand, because, like, I mean, even if there is a gradient increase of skill from level to level, he's only level 1 in unarmed combat, and I would rather him have the accuracy bonus from the dagger, so he can actually fucking hit things for once in his goddamn life. People are hungry, huh? Should start feeding them. Yeah, let's top up. Clear some inventory space also. You're fine because you're a bug, but everyone else should eat. And it's something I found kind of tedious about the bugs, is the fact that everyone else more or less eats at the same pace. I guess minotaurs also have like an increase in hunger, I think, from what I remember. But mostly everyone else eats at the same pace, not bug people. They're a little bit slower. And actually, like, quite a lot of bit slower. Probably should have gone into that room. This room is, like, really easy to circle around them infinitely. So, that's probably where I'm going to lead this next guy. That actually shoots projectiles, too. I wish I had Poison Bolt. I think that is an actual Earth spell you can get. Is Poison Dart, or whatever the fuck they're using. Amazing, I know. I always thought that was cool, though. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I think it's really fucking cool when a game designs enemies. I'm sorry, I'm just double-checking these walls because it feels like such an obvious place to have a double secret. I really love it in games where they design the enemies in such a way that all enemies are just using, like, player skills. Like, all enemies are using projectiles and attacks that players could also use, you know? I think that's really cool. Path of Exile does it. Like, literally every single attack in Path of Exile is a, let me look at this. Attack power 9, speed 15. No accuracy bonus, but Fuck it, it's a sword, right? Throw? Thank you. Path of Exile does it. What other game does it that comes to mind? I guess this game, technically. I think the compass is important for puzzles, actually. You can hold on to that forever. Man, really, Path of Exile is like the only thing that comes to mind, huh? But I do think it's cool about Path of Exile that, like, all enemy attacks... Well, that's not true. There are some enemy attacks, like bosses and stuff, obviously. You can't do, like, a boss's attack, but... for the most part, like, basic enemies just use attacks. Or at least very similar to attacks that you can use. In this game, it is literally one-to-one, though. Like, every enemy attack is just something you can do, from what I remember. Like, isn't Cube World like that? Cube World is also like that, yeah. Like, in Cube World, all of the enemies literally are just, like, player characters from the way the game perceives them. Cube World could have been good, dude. I still think about that from time to time. Cube World could have been good. I'm not very hopeful that it will ever be continued, which is really sad, especially because, like, the guy developing it is, like, vocally sad about it. But, like, I don't know. I feel bad, extra bad, I guess, because... Okay, I'm just gonna guess. You put a torch there, right? Shelter left, cells right. That's not even gonna explain the puzzle. But I imagine you solve a puzzle by putting a torch there. It just seems too obvious. Yeah, the Cube World developer was vocally upset by I don't know, what was it? It was a DDoS attack? And see that? Okay, I'm coming back a little bit. I think the DDoS... did I just extinguish that torch by dropping it on the ground? I'm mad at myself. Can I light it on fire with a fire spell? Of course not. Why did it extinguish by dropping it on the ground? Oh, okay, it relit. It's good. Wait, what? Oh, weird. When it's in your inventory, it's just always unlit. Okay, never mind. Carrying on. Yeah, he got like a DDoS attack or something and made a slightly larger deal of it than I would say is appropriate. Also, my light definitely wore off. Yeah. So it is just like every 10 minutes or so your light's gonna wear off. It would burn your pockets otherwise. I guess that's a fair enough excuse. Evasion -10 without heavy armor. Bullshit. Where do I get that? 16? It's not actually that far away. But this guy literally doesn't care about evading at all, so he can take that. Have fun with that, Minotaur. I would understand it if he was upset by, like, critical reception to the game or something, but no. Critical reception from, like, the first release of Cube World was overwhelmingly positive. And some people might speak differently on that, but I don't know. I feel like, at least from my experience, there was definitely some complaints thrown out, like, hey, there's not a whole lot of variety to it, but, like, there was a large wave of people playing Cube World on its initial, like, beta release, right? And a lot of good things were being said about it. As it went on, more and more negative things were said about it, because most of the negative things weren't super apparent until... What is this? Shelter left, cells right. So I guess this message is probably just a hint that there is something to the left. Assuming this is the shelter. But maybe that's just a secret? I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, people were pretty goddamn positive about Cube World. So, it's very weird to me that the one thing standing out in Walle's mind was a DDoS attack he got. Which, like, I don't know. Why do you even care? I shouldn't say it like this because, like, you know, it apparently did, like, make him really fucking sad, and I don't want to just, like, say you shouldn't be sad about this, right? Like, that's a super fucking dick move. But it's confusing to me. I just don't understand it, is the best way of phrasing it. Because, like, people really liked it. Evasion -5, that means you can take that, buddy. And fucking you can take that. What do I do with this? Brass key, huh? There's probably a place I can put that. I can probably put it right there. I feel like there's puzzles I'm missing here, though. So yeah, I don't know. It was confusing to me that he was so upset about the DDoS attack, but whatever. If he's sad about it, he's sad about it, right? Doesn't really make sense to deny him his sadness, or whatever. But, dude, I fucking hate this puzzle. I want to... Give me those arrows. How do I get in? I'm gonna ignore it for now. There's probably something on the other side that lets me in. If he was upset by a DDoS attack, though... Oh, this is it. Yes. If he was upset by a DDoS attack, he is never fucking coming back. At least that's my thought on it. Because I don't know, he took it... At least from my understanding of it, he took the DDoS attack personally. And, basically, like, assumed it was because people hated the game so much that they would, like, do whatever was in their ability to sabotage his success or whatever. Which, you know, if that's how you read into it, that's how you read into it. And I can understand that carrying a different message than just a DDoS attack, which is what I think most people saw it as. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep it pressed down with 2 buttons. But yeah, the extreme negative reception to the current state of Cube World makes me think that that game will never be developed on again by its original developer, at least. Like, people will make mods and whatever if they care to do so, but I would be surprised if we heard about Wale making Cube World again. Well, to be fair, I was surprised that he came back in the first place to release that update that he did. So maybe I could be surprised again. I just don't see it happening. More so now than in the first case, because in the first case he disappeared and no one really knew why. No weapons allowed inside. The only real understanding of it was, or like the only real guess people could throw out is he just wanted the money and left with all the money. Which, you know, if I had to guess, that probably had more negative influence to him working on the game than anything the DDoS attack did. 'Cause, you know, I wouldn't feel so great if people just assumed I was doing it for the money and would leave instantly when I'm still actively working on a game. But I don't know, he just didn't handle it the best. Whatever, you know. Mistakes can be made, and that's that, you know. Nothing else to say about that. I think it would have helped him a lot had he been a bit more vocal about things and talked about it earlier, but, like, he also, while being sad about the DDoS attack... Oh. Oh? Ah. Oh, I remember this room! Yes, I should be killing this guy as quickly as possible, because I think more skeletons start opening up. If it's the room I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna corner myself, which is normally a bad idea, but in this case, it makes sense to corner yourself, because it's better to be attacked by one person head first than it is to be attacked by 4 people on all sides, you know? Give me the spear. Oh, fuck. Couldn't reach it. Door stuck. Door stuck. This is maybe a bad situation that'll probably be a losing situation in a few seconds. Couldn't move. He instantly moved to take the place of the other guy. Yep, see, that's why I wanted to pick up that spear. For this exact situation, where he can't fucking... Can't reach. If these guys get too hurt, I'll drag them to the back, but... I'm not going to be doing that much damage. Okay, I survived it. Wasn't that big of a deal. I don't know, man. I just... Still, constantly ever present in the back of my head. Cube World could have been good. It's upsetting. I don't know. I don't blame the guy, right? Dude, do I want to say fuck rocks so that I just always have a spear available? You know what? I can keep rocks, and I'll put the spear in this guy's hand so I can quick swap it to that guy's hand when he runs out, I guess. It's inventory management at its finest. You might as well have evasion. You're still one of the only guys who's actually going to get hit. Bone amulet. Sure. Apparently does nothing. As far as I can tell. Either that, or it's a hidden stat, or it's just used for a puzzle at some point. Those are my guesses. We 3 guesses of Oriental. Dude, like, I have very little memories of the private church school I went to as a kid, but that song will forever be stuck in my head. I can't tell what this is doing. Do you just have to press... I think you just have to press all 3 levers to open the gate. Let me just test that. Yep, that makes it fall. And to thoroughly test it... Yes. Just checking, because if one of those levers wasn't attached to this door, that would mean it maybe opens a secret somewhere else. Enter thy grave. Probably should have read that first, huh? Oh, this is how I got into the room, I guess. Maybe I did read that and just completely forgot about it. That sounds like me. Okay, so now we've got a few different paths we could go. I could go towards random teleport location. Holding cells. Guess it's not so random if you know where it's going to put you. I'd rather not get teleported to somewhere I might not be able to get back to, though. Let's start out with... oh, I don't have the key. Never mind. Never mind. What's the other path I could go towards? Yeah, no weapons allowed inside. Let's do this one. I think, yeah, you literally just need to put one weapon there. No weapons inside my ass. Am I right, gamers? That's what I thought. No weapons inside. I love when you get the perfect double entendre. Doesn't happen too often. Where, you fucking slug-ass bitch, get back here. You're not escaping from me, you son of a gun. Oops. God damn it, I hate fat-fingering my spell rotary dial. It's not at all a rotary dial, but let me make my nonsensical jokes if I want to. What if it was a rotary dial, though? That would actually be kind of funny. I would respect it. I would respect a game with a rotary dial spell system. There aren't enough games with wacky, zany control schemes. I'll always hold that dear and true. True and dear. Alright, well, no secrets in there. Tricked you. There are some that I just, like, can't stand at all. Pointy shoes. Protection and dex. Seems good. Wow. Down to the last shoeless boy. Poor fucking Fairy Nan. Always getting the hand-me-downs. Never getting anything to his own. Except his staff, I guess. The one thing he can hold true to himself. But, yeah, for games with wacky, zany input schemes... Does this go here? Sure does. There's a line to be drawn. I still, like, I need 2 keys, huh? I kind of regret using that one now. I might have been able to use it somewhere else, but that's not really how the game works most of the time. Alright, holding cells it is. Holding cells it is. You think when it said... Wait, no, that was all the way back here. I was gonna say, you think when it said, like, right cells, left shelter, it was talking about all the way down here, like, right does take you to cells, and this left path does take you to shelter. I don't know. Alright. There is a back teleport, which means there probably aren't free-roaming enemies, because free-roaming enemies can also go into teleporters. And, I think they would have. Yeah, okay, so no free-roaming enemies. Just a few cells, huh? I want the sack, for sure. I assume that button is just going to open all of the cells, so let's take a look first. Oh no, it seems like it's just going to open a few of them. There's 2 buttons. I didn't see any secrets, but I can't really check the cells until I go into them. Alright, let's, fuck it. Oh, it's not what I thought would happen at all. Okay, I understand. So that button rotated them... counterclockwise? This should rotate them clockwise? Yes. And I assume that when they get to the final cell, it'll, like, dump them there? Instead of, yes, instead of into the next cell. Gaming God does it every goddamn time. No one can stop his absolute knowledge on how every video game works. Alright. So now let's get the sack. Let's just rotate it this way, because I can actually see what the outcome is without having to think. Nothing, nothing. Sack! Alright, I'll keep that as a loot box. Wait, can you soft lock yourself? I'm so interested in this now, but I don't want to soft lock myself. Okay, I'm gonna save the game here. Overwrite save game autosave. I guess not. Soft. Yeah. Okay, the game does not let you. Like, it literally is just an out teleport, like it doesn't let you in it at all. Which is, probably a good idea. To prevent dumbasses like me. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen every fucking cell's contents by this point. Let's stop the nonsense and open up my sack! Oh yeah, baby! Bread that looks like cheese. A leather cap. Wow. I guess you'll hold on to it for now, because I don't really want the evasion hit. And a key. And this will go in this boy's inventory, and I'll use it... Well, there's no control click, who would have thought? Shift click! Oh yeah, that split stacks. Yeah, whatever. Just fucking... herb bag. We have an herb bag. Can you put bags in this game? In boxes and bags and boxes and boxes? I can't remember. Ooh, voice crack. Nice. It's been a while. Everyone's casual reminder that I haven't hit puberty yet. Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days. I'm working on it. Okay. This opens up quite a bit then. 3 paths, huh? One which is a random teleport. That sounds fun. I never trust teleporters in this game. Nor should I. So, again, we need 2 keys. So I guess we're going the side paths first. Makes sense. I have no real reason to do this. Like, I'm max HP and max mana, but sure. Does this game let you rest? Give me a second. Key config. Oh, there is a rest. I couldn't remember. I also didn't know there were hotkeys for character sheets. Alright. That's good to know. Oh, hello. Because there are definitely instances where, Oh, he's gone. Who's fast as fuck, boy? There are definitely instances where, you want to rest to replenish health or mana. To not waste a fucking decade's worth of time just waiting. What is the point of this? Other than to trap me. Like it was about to. Come here, bitch. I think I can do this. Ow! I cannot do that. I cannot do that either. Alright. Well, starting this fight off strong. Definitely on the right foot. Come on, dude. For as fast as you are, you're really going about this as slow as possible. I don't blame you, though. Really are just willingly stepping into your death. Why did these guys take hits to their magic? What? I hadn't noticed that happening before. It's confusing. Quite puzzling, I would say. It's definitely, I don't know. It's a downside for sure, but I also kind of like it. I do like finding hidden secret little buttons. It's a very satisfying tactile feel when you press the buttons too. Like it makes great fucking sound effect, and there's a crunch to it. Satisfying crunch for sure. But it is a little upsetting that that means in every situation you have to constantly look at every single wall. In Grimrock 2, the problem is solved a bit by making it so that most wall tiles just very obviously could not have a secret button, because like a lot of Grimrock 2 is actually outside. Which is a welcoming change. Just fucking Grimrock's such a good fucking sequel. Grimrock 2, I mean. I would have hoped that would have been obvious when I said the sequel part of that sentence. But, yeah, what a great fucking game, dude. Did that open up any other doors? Just checking, just checking, just checking, just checking. No. Yeah, I'm excited and happy to be playing this one, but I will be goddamned ecstatic playing the second one. Excitement will not be able to be whelmed. Overwhelming excitement, some might say. I don't know why I chose to swing with the spear that one time. It's got like infinite reload time is not the right word, but that's what came to mind. Yeah, you can't see shit for the few seconds that your light goes out until your eyeballs kick in again. Okay, so that's where I was. Let's level up first. But yeah, a lot of times in Grimrock 2, you're outside to finish that thought that I never finished. So there aren't... Like, it's very obvious. Like, walls will be, like, sloped and have, like, logs and stuff covering them. It's very obvious there's not going to be a secret button in, like, a fallen over log, right? What are we doing here? For you, just so you can wear armor and not have the evasion hit, might make sense to start going for armors. You do have a sword now, though, so it also might make sense to start going for swords. I see it both ways. I think I would rather have the slash, honestly. So I'm going to go for swords, and then after that I'll start going towards light armor proficiency. That's what makes sense to me. For you... Again, without an actual missile weapon, I think it still makes sense to just go for dodge. I'm not even using energy as you, so yeah, that makes no sense. Just gonna keep going for dodge. Resist fire and resist shock. It's nice, I guess. I don't know how much 1 point of resist means in this game, though. Does it say that? Lowers damage of fire, steam, and heat-based attack. High dexterity grants bonuses to your character's fire resist. What? Never would have guessed that. High vitality grants cold res? High vitality grants poison res? High dexterity grants... Okay. I mean, it makes sense that he has a lot of fire and shock res, given his dex. Do you have natural fucking poison and... Yeah, you do. Poison and cold res. Look at that. Thrilling content, I know. You could use a food break, buddy. Let's see. He still hasn't eaten his first piece of snail slice. I really like that. Let's go... Oh, fuck. I'm not going to be able to get the new spell. That's frustrating. Damn it, dude. Fuck it. I'm just going to go for it. I don't think it makes sense to spread your spell knowledge. This kind of spoils that you're going to get Poison Bolt in this one, because it upgrades it. This also spoils that you're going to get Greater Fireball, I guess. Oh well. Whatever. I'm stupid. Moving on. We all know I'm stupid. It's not interesting anymore. I can't keep mining my own stupidity for content. Yeah, I like Grimrock 2. And I'm excited for it. But it definitely stands out as a bit of a flaw in Grimrock 1. That literally, like, every single secret is just a hidden button in a wall. What am I missing here? I obviously didn't solve whatever puzzle I was supposed to. Okay. No, I want that button, I think. And then Oh, there's just straight up a fucking key on the ground. Like I said, I'm stupid. Let's bring this to where it needs to be. One out of 2. Better odds than I could have ever hoped for. Well, no secrets there. Alright, I get it. I'm not funny. So that's a timed button. Interesting. Well, I'm glad to be here, I guess. But that seems like less of a secret and more required, if this is where the thing is. But I guess I don't know that for sure. That teleporter might send me somewhere entirely different. Dude, I'm too curious. I mean, first off, I obviously have to experiment with what's down this trapdoor. But just fucking do this first. I need to know. Oh, yeah, it is required. Look at that. Noom. Alright, stop doing that. Sorry if you have epileptic seizures. Probably not the kind of thing I should just be doing for fun. It was fun, though. Required secrets. Hello! Fastest fingies in the West. That's what they all call me. Not in a gross way, you weirdo. Ew. Oh god. Sorry for the whiplash. Accidentally double pressed a button. Another herb, and let's level you up. For you, I definitely feel like it makes sense to just keep going for unarmed combat forever at this point. Forever. That never gives you dex. This gives you some dex at relatively steady intervals, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for the obvious and start pushing this towards jab. Makes sense to me. I picked fucking unarmed combat because I was like, unarmed is fast, but aren't daggers just like objectively faster? Also, is this a throwing weapon? No, it's an axe. It looked like a throwing axe. Is that really all that's here? That's boring. Well, you know me. Obviously, I'm gonna go in the hole. I'm fastest fingers in the West, after all. But yeah, it always makes sense to check the trapdoors, because that's just fucking free content you're missing out on. Free content. Oh, are these not... Oh, the fuck? I thought that was an herb, not food. Get out of the fucking herb bag. You spoiled the whole bunch. Alright, no secrets here. Just double checking. I would guess that I look at about every wall at least 3 times. Because I'm very paranoid that I am going to miss a secret. And it'll forever be stained on my permanent record. Okay. Why do I hear a fucking skeleton? Can you hear sound effects through portals? No, it was just actually close to this area. Where'd this teleport me to? Right there. Not that it really matters. Was there text that I didn't read? No, okay, I'm so paranoid that I'm missing things. I'll try and keep it to a sustainable amount of paranoia. Scroll of Poison Bolt. Thanks. I hate it. Never ever will I use it. It just doesn't make sense to spread out your skill points across different skills for magic. Or for swords or anything, really. It just makes no sense. You do get stat bonuses, I guess, for some of them, but, you know, those would be better spent towards your main skill that also gives you stat bonuses. So I don't get it. I feel like I'm actually doing some pretty steady damage now, which is nice. An improvement to how it used to be. Oh, he's facing me. It's kind of hard to tell with these guys. They don't have a very obvious face. In the nicest way possible. Yeah, having the dagger on the Minotaur so that he actually hits reliably, best decision I ever made. Until he gets enough dexterity to hit things without it. He's holding onto that dagger. I thought I saw something in the shadows there. I guess that's like... that holds true to my opinion on video games. I feel like you get more real fear out of non-horror games. In games where, like, there is an actual, I don't know, immersive feeling of, well, I mean, just straight up immersion to start out with. But also, like, especially when there's loss involved, ha ha ha, is this loss, etc. But, like, I don't know, dude. I will never get more scared than in the mines of Minecraft, which I've said before, but it's, you know, holds true. That's true fear. Not so much nowadays, because, like, I've played so much Minecraft that I'm very used to it, but, you know. I have still, throughout all of my experience playing horror games, and all of my experience playing Minecraft, I have more reliably been scared in Minecraft than I have in horror games designed to scare you. So, what does that say about society? Probably not that much. Alright, this is the only path we have. I feel like, again, I'm missing things. That's my true biggest fear, the fear of missing things. Controls everything around me. But, yeah, same holds for movies, what holds for video games. I feel like if you want... Yeah! If you want to make a good horror movie, make a good movie first, and then you can make it scary if you want. Just make a good game that that drags you in and immerses you, and then make it scary. Well, I mean, scary things will just happen naturally as a result of... Where am I? How have I not gone through this path? Where am I? What happened? Why is this door open? This wasn't here before. I guess that button did more than one thing? Or maybe I'm just fucking blind. Again, my fear of missing things. This is not my first time Grimrocking. This is like my third time original Grimrocking. But I just love the game. So I'm playing it again because I've never played it on stream. And, as I've said a few times, like, the one thing I really am excited for is playing Grimrock 2 again. But I felt it appropriate to play the first one on stream before jumping into the second one. So here I am. It's still a good game. It's just not as... Oh, nice. It's not as rich of an experience as Grimrock 2 is the best way I could describe it. Grimrock 2 just has so much going on. So much more going on, at the very least. It's a much more interesting playthrough. And, like, the puzzles are just genuinely really good. Some of them, at least. Some of the puzzles in this game are genuinely really good, too, though. It's just few and far between all of the, hidden buttons. That I don't really count as a puzzle. More as a, spot the difference game that you play repeatedly. Time and time again. Love Legend of Grimrock. Ooh, 100%. I don't think I've ever gotten close, honestly. I've played through the game twice, but I'm pretty sure I've never gotten close to 100%. And I like looking for secrets, but some of them elude me. Got all the achievements in Grimrock 2 as well. Well, there you go. You done it all. Just need to wait for a Grimrock 3. I really do feel like I could play endless fucking Grimrock sequels if the developers kept making them. Because they're good at making them, and I eat it up. 2,391 hours on Grimrock 1. Woo! That's a big one. I think my most played games on Steam are Terraria, first and foremost. Original Binding of Isaac is somewhere in there. And then Rebirth Binding of Isaac is also somewhere in there. But, Grimrock's definitely on the lower end compared to yours. 239. Okay. That's more reasonable. Still a little bit absurd. But yeah, what is that? Is that a European thing? Using, or probably just a non-American thing? Is that one of those things that people in America just assume is normal, but actually America is the only one who uses periods instead of commas? I wouldn't be surprised. The only time I've seen it and been like, yes, that is abnormal to what we normally do. Abnormal to what we normally do in America is seeing Europeans type. Yeah, same thing with the metric system. I know that is normal, though. I know that the metric system is the normal one, and we're the ones who are weird. Using the fucking disgusting ass Imperial system. I should probably press this button, huh? Did I already press it? Am I fucking losing it? I don't remember. I remember leaving that button, and I don't necessarily remember coming back to it. That's, yeah, that's a fair amount of time to spend on Grimrock. Did I press this lever? I've been taken out of my comfort zone. My worldview has changed. Did I fucking open this with a key? What am I doing? Okay, there you go. There's the key. Play a lot of custom content. Yeah, that would definitely add to the time, I imagine. Because I haven't touched that at all. But, yeah, I could imagine some people making some good stuff in it. I just innately trust the original games designers more than I trust other people. Which is, oh fuck, I'm dead. I'm dead as fuck, dude. Kill this guy, thank you. Wasn't even scared. I did miss the secret, because there's an open door there with a shiny that I haven't seen. Treasure! I forgot that was even a thing in this game. Cool. But yeah, I would believe it if you told me there were some good custom dungeons. I would definitely believe it. I just never took the time to search for them myself. Okay. It's bugging me that this torch was not lit at the start. But I guess that doesn't necessarily mean there has to be a secret with it. Need to play Labyrinth of Lies for Grimrock I. I would consider possibly experimenting with... Oh, yep, there's a secret here, too. I would consider possibly experimenting with custom stuff after my playthrough of Grimrock 1 and 2, but that's going to be a bit. And that's definitely going to take a while. I don't think I want another heavy armor. You know what? Fuck it. Heavy as fuck bug. Go for it. And finally, a skull to add to my thriving collection of one skull. Really? Like, I didn't realize that the dungeons allowed for custom content. I thought that the only thing you could do in the dungeons was, like, create maps. So, that's already surprising to me. That they could add things. Like, is it an actual mod on the game, or is it just through the actual in-game editor? Because that's definitely surprising if the in-game editor lets you do things to that degree, and very cool. I respect that. What do you mean, unpopular builds like unarmed combat? Are you telling me that this isn't the most viable thing in the world? I'm insulted, honestly. Actually, something I would... Wait, I can see this for myself, actually. Oh, okay, glad I checked. I literally never checked this the first time I played through the game, and the second time either, I don't believe. Through my entire experience playing through Legend of Grimrock, have always picked a Minotaur with Headhunter, and have always shoved the skulls in a bag or a box, and I am now realizing, after looking at the stats, that the skulls don't actually do anything unless they're in your inventory. That doesn't count if they're in a sack that's in your inventory. So, boy oh boy do I feel silly. Let's feed the populace. People are getting a little peckish. Well, better to learn now than never to learn at all, I guess. But, when I first played this game, I was a dumbass. When I first played a lot of games, I was a dumbass, but This is definitely one of them. I just didn't have patience for a lot of things as a wee babby. But now I know my wrongdoing. You didn't dwell in the editor much yourself? But as far as you know, you can mod it in the editor too? Well, if it's through the Steam Workshop, like if the custom map you're talking about, the Labyrinth of Lies, is through Steam Workshop, then it would be through the editor. Because Steam Workshop is very finicky about what allows you to go through it. Steam Workshop in general is like a very janky system. What? You have to press it twice? Why did it not work the first time I went on it? Interesting puzzle that I still don't understand. They just wanted me to do the slide to the left, slide to the right. I respect it. Oh, you get them from Nexus mods? Okay. Then it's probably just modified, and not a result of the in-game editor. That makes more sense. Because, yeah, I would be really surprised if they did make a level editor. Why am I trying to hit with hand in the back row? I'd be surprised if they made their level editor that versatile. Hello? Someone's got the shakes. Mountain had a bad case of Chipotle. It's like, these fucking exiled prisoners I ate aren't sitting with me so well. They're killing all my skeletons inside of me. I like that joke. Oh, hey, look, it wraps around. Remember the quakes that shakes the whole dungeon? When you first played the game, you thought the dungeon above you would collapse, and there's a hidden timer. I can imagine that. But I don't know, I feel like too much of my brain would tell me that's not possible, because, most game developers avoid, like, invisible timers that can completely soft-lock a player out of playing their game. Not all games! In fact, I know a few games that have invisible timers like that. There's this one, well, I guess one is not really invisible, it's explicitly set out. I was gonna say, there's like this weird, like, mystery-solving game that's kind of like that, but that's literally all about time. So you know you have a time limit from the start, I guess. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of, it's a game that I'm surprised isn't banned on Twitch, honestly. It's, I forget the name of it. The first one is called Fear and Hunger. The second one is called Termina, I think, and it's inspired by Majora's Mask, which is another game with a time limit, but that one is also explicitly talked about. But yeah, I think Termina has some time-based stuff that you can completely fuck yourself out of certain endings of the game or whatnot just by taking too long. And it's not really explained what counts as passing time, from what I remember in the little bit I've seen of that game. I would definitely agree to some degree, but for the most part, especially with like invisible timers that will just end the game for you, I think there's a fair case to say that maybe it's a good thing a lot of games don't go that route. Just maybe. Maybe it wouldn't be for the best. Yeah, you can keep holding on to this. Also, I never looked at these boots. I picked them up and kind of ignored them. Poison shield, get out of my life. Healing potion. Probably never gonna use it. Alright, finally, though, I have a place where I can store, food. Another carrying. capacity increase. Okay. What am I doing? Boots, that's right. Let's not get distracted too much here. What do I want to do with these? Honestly, like, what boots are you wearing? Just protection boots? And this is protection dex. I guess you would get the resistance boots. And fucking... Well, you already have the stealthy boots. So, guess they go to you. Played a lot of Warcraft. They made the game easier and easier over time. Mostly because there were some people whining on the forums that a boss was too hard. Warcraft especially, I don't know. I can get that. Like, there are cases, though, where nerfs are definitely a good thing. Like, I'm trying to think of... Well, it's actually kind of hard for me to think of on the fly. I'm trying to think of, like, the last nerf to a video game that I've been like, that was really, like, actually necessary. And nothing's really jumping out to me. I guess, I don't know, Path of Exile goes through a lot of balance changes rapidly. The one thing I would say that I recall really sticking out was Legion, when Path of Exile Legion first came out. There was just a huge difficulty spike from the normal enemies in any given area to... the Legion monsters were just, like, brutally difficult most of the time. You know what? Fucking potion stuff goes to you. You carry potion stuff now. Potion of Healing. Flask and Tarbead, Anti-Venom, Flask and Cave Nettle. Easy enough. And I guess I'll keep the bag on me. Bag can keep potions in it, or at least flasks. That makes sense to me. There you go. And also the Mortar and Pestle. Good. So, yeah, I can understand being upset when something you find enjoyable is nerfed, for sure. But it's definitely appropriate in some cases. Like, I don't know. Especially with the Legion monsters, it really was just like, you can completely survive with no challenges in, like, a certain part of the game, and then you're like, I'm gonna try a Legion encounter. Let's see how that goes. And it just fucking one-shots you. Okay, I didn't trust that. Only a patient man can defeat Damon's gaze. Show me! Show me your gaze, Damon. What was the last one I can remember? I'm trying to think of, like, wasn't there some fucking... Oh, hi. I remember there being some, like, Souls boss or Sekiro boss or something From Software did that they nerfed to make easier. Obviously, that's what nerf means, but I remember them making it easier, and there was, like, a lot of people who were like, oh, you're not a true gamer unless you beat it pre-nerf or whatever the fuck, but I'm probably misremembering what game it was. It was some game, which is not very helpful. I don't fucking remember what it was. But I promise. I promise I'm talking of a real experience. I'm not just making it up. Did I get all my... I did get all my throwing weapons. Hunt Showdown. That's a game. I've seen some of it. I haven't played it, but... That definitely is a game. I don't even know... Like, the missile ammo in throwing weapons is so inconvenient in this game. Because they require you to have, like, your inventory screen open so you can toss them like that. Because, like, Here, let me test it. I don't think... Yeah, if you right-click from inventory, it doesn't use it, so... Hunt Showdown. I've not known a person who's very into Hunt Showdown, but I have seen a person on the internet who really likes the game. It seems interesting. It's like the only true multiplayer stealth game that I've seen really work out well. Modern, at least. There are some, like, old games that tried to do that. The only modern game I remember is one I watched like a few years ago. There was like some hype about it. Maybe it like had open beta or something. That game looked super jank. It's like strictly like an asymmetric stealth game where like one team protects like information and the other team tries to infiltrate and get it or something. What am I doing with this level? Let's do that first. I want to go towards armors with that character. But yeah, that game looked really fucking janky. There was like a balance mechanic, so like a lot of times you could just see people falling over. It was really funny. But didn't seem like the best stealth gameplay in my eyes. Alright. I'm still trying to think of that fucking game that a boss was nerfed on. I don't remember. I would say that some of the things in Terraria Calamity mod could not use a nerf, but like just an entire redesign, because like some of it's just not fun. Stealth doubles evasion of equipped cloak, so I could probably, you know, make a case that he should probably have a cloak on, right? I mean, I've talked about it time and time again, but I really think the worm bosses in Calamity are just not fun fights. Most of their difficulty comes from them just objectively moving faster than you. It's just pretty fucking not fun to fight. Especially like that ocean worm on like the acid ocean, where you just don't have a lot of space to dodge in either. I've talked about this over and over, but a lot of my problems with those bosses come with the fact that I play on a small world most of the time, because progression in the early game happens faster. And when you're playing on a small world, there is not that much distance in between you and where space starts to affect your gravity. And that basically makes dodging bosses impossible. Impossible. So, whenever I do go around and play Calamity again, which I definitely will, I'll play it on a large world, in all likelihood. Right, well, I did say I was going to do a floor, and I am going to hold true to that. So, sorry, Mav, but I'm just going to end stream while you're not here, even though you seemed enthusiastic about me playing. Yeah, it's going to do it for today. Do I want to fucking save on soft again? I guess I'm going to keep saving on soft. That's going to be my save game. But good stream. Good stream. Had a good time. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I really should do that whole raid thing. And there goes my voice cracking again. But it's just, I don't know, it takes me so out of it. I'll raid Al, who is doing something he is not usually doing. He's doing a Final Fantasy X speedrun. So, yeah. I'll send you towards my boy Al that I play blind race games with. And I promise, no matter what happens, I'm fucking forcing a blind race to happen this Saturday. Even if it's literally just me racing against no one. I'm fucking doing it. Am I going to stream tomorrow? Yes! Yes, I am. I'm just fucking running down the list of things I'm supposed to say before ending stream. Yeah, I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I don't know what. Oh, no, I do know what! Sorry, I should have talked about this way earlier. Yeah, I organized a Minecraft random seed race. So tomorrow I'm gonna start out with Minecraft and probably pivot to something else afterwards. Depending on if Nicholas is tired or not, I might keep doing something with him, since he's always a cool guy to game with. But yeah, Minecraft race tomorrow. I've got at least 2 people interested. I'm gonna try and find more, hopefully, before tomorrow. Sorry for not being present in the stream. You're fine, dude. You're fine. You're fine, man. Thanks for hanging out when you did. And, yeah, that's gonna do it for today. So, go say hi to Al. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. And then I awkwardly end the stream because, like, I send those guys away when I hit the raid button.